everyone, Jaymes Mansfield here bringing you yet another video. And in today's video, we have a very special guest. It's Nebraska Thunderf.
It rolls right off the tongue, right?
It really does. You can't see it now, but that has been bleeped.
Jaymes, I just want to let you know that your boobs captivate me.
Oh my gosh, I love your rack too.
I think that our racks should join forces and they could have their own Vegas show.
Or just an OnlyFans. Let's just take all the money for ourselves. That's what we're gonna do here.
I love that idea. Derek's been trying to get me to start an OnlyFans.
You should.
Yeah, just with my breasts though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, totally. Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's what he means. That's what I mean. Now, Nebraska, I'm so happy you could join me today as my new Vegas sister.
How are you enjoying Vegas?
I'll let you know once I get to enjoy it. I've been working nonstop, but I have to say, we're blessed, we're stressed, but we're booked, and that's what matters, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm vaxxed, waxed, and ready to shake my rack.
Oh, that sort of rhymed.
Yeah. I'm blonde, and you know this, but we don't know how to do anything.
This is true. Mm-hmm. Except, I'm not a real blonde. But I know how to do stuff. I'm like the blonde that has broken the mold.
Ooh,
I'm like the legally blonde, like an Elle Woods type.
You're a trailblazer.
Exactly. Now, I'm so excited to have you here. I wanted to do big bombshell 90s freshly hair with Nebraska Thunderf.
That's perfect because I have 2 boyfriends and I typically am freshly.
So that hair is just natural. You don't have to do anything to it, huh?
I woke up like this.
She wakes up and she's just Barbarella. I love that. Well, I figured blonde is standard for Nebraska. I don't have one with a root though. That's interesting. Is that a new addition?
This, Nick does my wigs at home. Again, I'm blonde. I don't know how to do anything, nor do I want to. So Nick styles my hair and he actually put the root in this one.
He put the root in himself?
Yeah, with a marker.
What?
Mm-hmm. A drag hack.
That is an old school trick, and it's good to see it still works, because I was looking at it that is cute.
Oh, thank you so much. Don't look at it too close. Just like anything with drag, don't look at it too close, baby.
There will be a smoothing filter on this video, don't you worry.
Perfect.
This audience has not seen me with a pore in years. I prefer to just be, Mae West, Vaseline on the lens, let the lies come through.
So I know that you must be enjoying the temperature in Las Vegas.
It just rained today, and that was a shock to me. I didn't think rain came here.
It does every once in a while, 3 times a year.
Here I am. The rareness has hit me right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm not used to this heat. I will say that right now.
They didn't have this in Wisconsin?
Well, not on this degree. We have more humidity.
Yeah.
So it would be hot, but eventually, winter would come 5 minutes later.
Yeah.
That's how Wisconsin works.
Oh, I kind of like that. I like the cold.
She says that until she has to shovel.
No, you know what? It's tough here in Las Vegas because you actually moved here right when the temperature turned to hell. And it'll be like that for the next 4 months.
Great! I'm so glad I picked this as my new place of residence.
Oh my God, have you gotten a chance to see the Spearmint Rhino yet?
What is that?
It is the best strip club in Las Vegas.
Do you work there?
I used to.
Really? Really?
Yeah, I used to be a dancer there.
What?
No, I'm with you, baby.
Okay. I'll believe anything. Now, I have to ask, you were a part of RuPaul's Drag Race Las Vegas review. I have to say, I binged the whole thing. I was obsessed. It was like Real Housewives of Drag.
I just want to give you a disclaimer. I'm not really a bitch. I just play one on TV.
You played a great one. I have to say, you're my favorite part of the whole show.
Oh my God, thank you, Jaymes. It's a compliment coming from you. Thank you.
I mean, I love a villain, and I knew just from interacting with you online, there's no way she's that catty. I know how editing works. And you made the show have stakes.
In Las Vegas, everything needs stakes, okay? That's what the city was built on.
Now I have to ask, how did that come about? Were you asked to do it, or they wanted Derek and you just happened to be there? What was the circumstances?
No, it was, they contacted, Derek about the live show.
Right.
And then we found out a couple months later that they were going to be doing a reality show that they wanted to kind of follow the lives, the work lives and the personal lives of the cast of the stage show. So they wanted to film our relationship, our three-way relationship, and they filmed at our house a lot.
They would be fools not to, because you, Nick, and Derek have a very unique relationship that hasn't really been seen a whole lot on television, and especially portrayed in a positive light, which I thought was really, really refreshing and was necessary, and I wish I kind of capitalized more on that, to be quite honest with you.
You know, I wish that too, but that's probably my proudest part of being on that show, is that we were, we got to portray our throuple on that show, and how we live together and how we kind of work all interdependently. And I'm hoping on the next season that we get to showcase more of how that works.
I really hope they do, because honestly, I think it is so cool. And I'm all against anything that goes against the grain or pushes against like traditional values, is what we've been taught as kids. And like, I love that, as queer people are really showing that like, it doesn't have to be what you're taught. You can find happiness in any situation.
No, and we know that as drag queens, because we kind of have to create our own lives and families and happiness. And so the moral of that story is, you gotta do you, and you gotta ignore everybody else telling you what you should and shouldn't do. Because when I first started dating Derek and Nick, so many people in my life and strangers told me that a relationship like that can never work.
I can imagine.
And here we are 9 years later, and they have my heart and I've got their backs.
I say 9 years is a pretty good testament of like something working.
I mean, in gay years.
That's like 50.
Yeah, exactly.
My God, you're like silver anniversary at this point.
Oh my God, it makes me feel very old, even though I'm young.
Oh my goodness. Well, I'm gonna tease the rest of this off camera and we'll be right back. All right, we are back. We have both wigs teased out. I teased out a wiglet as well. Let's just join them together. And oh my God, I can barely see you now.
This is what I do with my boyfriends. I put one on top of the other.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I have to ask, it's not related to that, although that is a fascinating topic. We'll talk more later. You were actually on season 5 of RuPaul's Drag Race. You're technically a Ru girl. Yeah, it counts. It counts, folks. Nebraska Thunderf is a Ru girl.
You heard it here, baby.
She was featured on RuPaul's Drag Race, therefore she's a Ru girl, so you just get to deal with it.
I was born there.
You're stuck with her now. What was that like? I know like you were there before they brought in the military makeover.
Yeah.
Okay, explain to me this how that all came about, because I want to know everything.
Well, I heard about the opportunity from one of my veteran friends that they had actually contacted, and he had passed on it. And so he recommended me for it, and I'm being 100% honest here, I'd never seen Drag Race before that. So I did the Skype, and on a Wednesday, they let me know on a Thursday that I got it, and then I drove down Friday to film it. It was like that fast. So I didn't really have a lot of time to even process.
Had you like followed drag before that or anything?
No, I had just started dating Derek.
Okay.
So I mean, I obviously am
you got a crash course in drag there.
Yeah, but this is the thing. I respected and appreciated what Derek did on stage, because I thought it was just so stunning. And then I thought Derek was so handsome. He is so handsome as a boy.
Oh yeah, gorgeous boy.
So, but I didn't want to know anything about the in-between, the transition from boy to drag queen. So I really truly did get a crash course on Drag Race, and basically I was just in shock for 2 days straight while we filmed.
So I have to ask, did you get bit by the bug there?
I didn't.
No?
No, I didn't. It wasn't until Derek went to film season 8 of Drag Race, and then got back from filming, that I started pursuing drag full time.
Now, what brought that about? Like, you just thought, well, just woke up one day and think, I think I'll become a drag queen.
No, not at all. So Derek already traveled so much. He was gone pretty much every weekend in another city, and Nick was always his +1. So I knew once Drag Race aired that he was going to be gone even more. So I'm like, Derek, Nick, what can we do so that I can travel with you guys on the road, because I feel like I'm never going to see you again. And Derek came up with the idea that I do drag full time. And I had already been getting messages from people around the world.
That love Nebraska.
Exactly, that love the makeover on the show and were trying to encourage me to do it, you know, as a full-time thing. So kind of it all was the perfect storm, and with Alaska's blessing, I decided to do it.
I think that's actually fascinating that you thought, oh, no, I'm not getting left home alone. I'm going to get on the road with you.
Well, I love them, you know, and I'm like, okay, well, I want to go have adventures with you guys. You know, like we have so much fun here in Vegas. I want to go have fun around the world with you.
I love that like thought process though. Like I'm living for it and I'm lying.
And when I decide on something, I go for it 110%. And you know, it's been almost 6 years now, and it's just exceeded all of my expectations and made so many dreams of mine come true.
Yeah, and I think it's well beyond a phase at this point.
So I definitely recommend that if you are thinking about pursuing something, but you know, are like, this isn't the right time, or what are people gonna think? You gotta just take that out of your mind and just go for whatever dreams or desires you have and make it happen, and the rest will fall into place.
I love that. Now, I know you're partnered with Alaska. Like, what was the whole process like when you were developing your character with her? Like, I wanna know.
Well,
did she take full reins, or did you actually give some input?
Well, she really took the opportunity to get to know me and ask me about my experience in the military, and really, she made such a great effort to make me feel comfortable, because she could tell that I was very uncomfortable. And then, as we were talking there at the table and she's asking me about the military, I look over at her suitcases in her drag area, and there's all of these guns, pink guns and assault rifles. And I'm like, Alaska, what is this and why do you have it? And so we really got to merge drag with my military experience, and that is like what really made me feel comfortable on the runway.
Like, I loved it too, because like the whole characters you came up with seemed like Bonnie and Clyde sisters, like robbing banks. Like
totally, and that is totally my vibe, baby.
I know that was the character that was developed for the show, but you have completely evolved from the girl with the big hip pads on the runway.
Oh yeah.
What is your thought? Well, how did the development of the Nebraska character come about? Like, what inspires her?
I think that I've always had an affinity for hyper-femininity, and Pamela Anderson, Jennifer Coolidge, even Janet Jackson. I love women that play up their features and have their boobs pushed up to their chin and have beautiful long hair. Basically you.
Yeah, I love that. Like beautiful women that have complete agency in their own look and their sexuality.
Exactly.
I love that.
I think it's powerful. So that's kind of what inspires me as a drag queen. But then I also have, you know, my military side of me. So I also like a girl that's intimidating and, you know, is confident.
I have to say, like, that's always the fun thing about you that I love, is the fact that, like, you're this big, gigantic, blonde, like, 90s Guess jeans model in drag. But outside of drag, she's an actual model, too. It's disgusting how good looking you are. It ain't right. Back in my day, drag queens were trolls out of drag.
Well, if I go out on a Sunday morning and wake up on a Monday morning, I do look like a troll.
We're doing some nice 90s Pamela Anderson, Baywatch, cover of Playboy kind of hair, I'm thinking.
Perfect.
Messy, but put together.
Yeah, that's the trick. It's a fine line.
Like Nebraska, messy but put together.
Exactly. So how did you learn how to do hair?
Me? Well, honestly, it's mostly self-taught. When I was coming up, there wasn't a whole lot of queens around me that knew how to do hair, so I had to take it upon myself to learn. YouTube didn't have a whole lot, so I'd actually go to the library and check out all of those old setting books from the 60s and stuff that were all in Milwaukee. You could get them, and it have like these big, gigantic, like barrel curled ladies on the covers and everything.
Oh, yeah. I remember those.
And you're sitting there just like, well, am fascinated by this. And I would just engorge myself with all of it. Like I had to learn how to do all these hairstyles. And it wasn't until recently I actually learned what the hell the books were talking about. Because it would say things like setting pattern, setting lotion. I was like, what the f is that? I just know a teasing brush and a roller. It's all come together now. I feel like from when I first started to where I am now, I've gotten a whole lot better, and I'm a lot better now at putting out accurate information when it comes to styling hair. Those older videos I'm not too proud of.
Now, are you talking about the hair styling videos or the X2 videos?
Oh, I mean, let me say this right now. I am absolutely proud of all the content I've put out on XTube, okay? I am not ashamed of that.
Damn right.
All right, I'm going to smooth through this hair real quick and be right back. All right, we are back. Now, the trick to freshly bleeped hair is trying to keep the top layers cute and hiding the teasing as much as possible and lots of hairspray.
Yeah, we want to hide the nest underneath.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what I did with this one.
It looks great though. I actually really like that.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Very Erica Jane.
Totally. It's not expensive to be me, unfortunately, but you know, I'm a baller on a budget.
Where's this dress from, by the way? Did you make that?
I've never made anything in my life. But thank you. It was sent to me from God, just like these breasts were, and I called them my Jesus jugs.
I love any kind of dress that has like a peekaboo window in the front. It's my favorite. And yours is, oh, Jesus Christ. If you haven't noticed, my jack stand is breaking.
This is so Las Vegas because this right here is drunk and she has fallen over, and we know we've been there before.
I'm there right now.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're almost done. Now, Nebraska, I have to ask, what does the future hold for Nebraska Thunder?
World domination. I am just having the most fun right now touring with Derek, doing the Vegas review show, and I'm just kind of open to whatever comes my way. Drag has taught me to just be open to whatever opportunities come to you, even if maybe you're not comfortable, try it out, and you never know what it can lead to. Something always leads to something else.
All right, well, this wig is just about done. I'm just gonna do some finishing touches and we'll be right back with the final results. Welcome back. This is the final results. Oh my God, Nebraska, what do you think?
I love it.
I feel like it's totally channeling the hair you kind of had on Drag Race.
Yeah, it's bringing me right back to season 5, episode 10, and I am thriving.
In case you guys don't know, Nebraska does have a new handle. Where can we find you, Nebraska?
Well, on Instagram, I'm Nebraska Supermodel, and on Twitter, I'm Mackenzie Claude, and on Facebook, I'm Nebraska Thunderf. It's very confusing, so just find me on Instagram and the rest will fall into place.
Now, this was so much fun. I'm so glad we actually got a chance to meet each other because we've been online friends for so long.
Jaymes, I feel like I manifested this because ever since I saw you on Drag Race, I've been telling Derek and Nick, I'm like, I love this queen. I have to meet her. You play up, this is the thing. She is a blonde bombshell. She camps up her sexuality. She's hyper feminine. I'm like, it's like I'm looking in a mirror.
Camps up my sexuality. I'm being dead serious right now. I'm just the sexy. I can't help it.
See?
Like I'm sure you understand the struggle. Like it just oozes out of us, and people just take advantage of us. You know, our sexiness and our beauty. It's hard. Thank you so much for coming on the channel, Nebraska. I had a blast, and hopefully we can do this again sometime. Or you could do my hair. Imagine what that would be like.
It would be chaotic. Anytime I'm getting into drag, I feel like I'm preparing for war, and my vanity looks like it's a war zone.
Oh, so it'd be like Cadet Kelly meets that one with Goldie Hawn, Private Benjamin.
Oh my gosh, I have to turn you into a camo military queen. Absolutely, we're doing it.
Jaymes. Yes, let's G.I. Jaymes.
Baby, you could be in my platoon any day.
Fabulous. All right, now folks, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Bye. Now hit the outro.
Click here and see the Transform $7 Party Vegas wig. Or see my 30-minute wig transformation. Come on, click it. You know you want to. If you don't click it, I'll shave off your eyebrows. So click it.